Alright, how we doing today, guys? I apologize ahead of time if my voice sounds kind of goofy today. I am still struggling to get rid of this damn cold that I have been fighting for the past few days here. But we will plow through it. We will plow through. Alright, so where we left off yesterday here, we are about to head into the first dungeon of the Dark World. You guys hearing my voice okay? How are the sound levels today? They doing okay? Hopefully they're doing okay. Getting ready for the night shift number 5, says Scatha. I remember I used to have some night shifts that I worked. Was not a big fan. Teardrop says good morning. Steve O says howdy. Lightwaves says, I don't play Legend of Zelda, but I'll gladly support patriarchy. Yeah, me too. It's funny. Alright. So, this dungeon, you will note, has a lot of resemblances to that first dungeon that we went through in the Light World. This is the Dark World version of that dungeon. Alright. Audio is okay, but a bit buzzering. Okay, well, not sure what's causing that. I love the mask puppies, says Hyper Fantasy Handbooks. Yeah, the mask puppies. But I gotta smash him to death. Especially the big boss version. Yeah, the big boss version is really cool. I like fighting him. Alright, press that switch. We got our key. I think we're going this direction now. Alright, we can't really do anything to those turtles at the moment here. Gotta have some bombs though. Let's blow this up and fall through. Takes us down to the basement area. Alright, and we need a key to proceed, so let's track down our key. That's going to be the key. Okay, easy enough. We'll just climb back up and make it happen. Go into this little portal here. Dark X Fusion says it is a Helmosaur. Yes, it is a Helmosaur. A very, very awesome design, though. Really like it a lot. Alright, I remember we can push that statue. The other one doesn't push, if memory serves. I gotta check. Yeah, it doesn't push. That one does, though. I remember this, the Dark World dungeons have more challenging puzzles. Yeah, they definitely do. All the Light World stuff is just kind of the relatively easy stuff. There's not much there that's really all that taxing if you know your way around Zelda games at all. Hey, got that big key already. Oh, that feels really fast. That seems like that's really early to get that big key. I'll take it though. I will take it. Alright. Usually stay up with these things, but somehow I missed that Yasky Simulator got a demo, says Hitsuko. Yeah, the demo. I haven't played the demo yet myself, but I'm very interested to see what that game is all about. Gotta love everything Yasky Simulator related. What a great idea to to spoof that game. If this is lunch hour, what is for lunch? I already made it. It was and I ate it. It was a grilled cheese with some bacon and, oh, son of a gun. Too close to the edge when I did that. But yeah, I had some bacon and some cheese in essentially a grilled cheese sandwich. It was pretty great. All right. If I remember right, there's I have to run here. Oh crap! It didn't get started soon enough. Okay. Back out of the room and get going. You little son of a gun. Oh. Come here, you. You pay for that one, dude. Chaos Hoy says hi, everyone. How's it going, Chaos Hoy? Alright, I need you turtles to get out of the way so I can grab what is in here. See, a lot of these enemies I can't handle yet because I do not have the hammer that you get in this stage. Lots of money, money, money. And more important... Oh, I thought I was going to get a key there. Nope. I was going to say, more importantly, a key. But no key. Maybe this is a key? This is a key. There we go. Alright. Grilled cheese with bacon sounds delicious. Yes, absolutely was delicious. Loved everything about it, except the fact that eventually it was done. Alright. Oop. Alright, well, I'm assuming I need some bombs, because they just gave me some bombs. Go grab this treasure chest. Hey, there's another key. Gotta like that. There's a spot to do some bombing. What do we got over here? There's my hammer! Outstanding. Love the hammer. Extremely useful item in this game. Extremely, extremely useful. It's hammer time, says Hyper Fantasy Handbooks. Absolutely. Is there anything else to grab in here? I feel like I'm missing something in here, but I guess not. Oh, son of a gun. Jeez, oh Pete's, I'm clumsy. Holy cow. Alright, fairy, give me some life back. Clumsy day today, guys. Apparently, very clumsy day today. Alright, I gotta start the room over. Alright. Made that a lot harder than it needed to be. Those guys are just annoying as hell to fight, so we're just going to bypass them as much as possible. Blame Ubisoft, says Chaos Boy. That's pretty much a reasonable thing to do anytime there's any misfortune in one's life. Just blame Ubisoft. It's probably accurate. I feel like there was a locked door that I couldn't get to before. Or I couldn't go through before. Now I have my key. What do I need to do? Where am I going? I think I need to hit the switch and change the color of the stuff that I can walk through. Clear out a path here first. Son of a gun. Alright. Nope, gotta go around the other way. Alright. There we go. Go to this unexplored area. Will Ubisoft ever stop fearing curvy females? Asks Galferante AI. I don't think so. I think they will go to their grave, almost quite literally, fearing that sort of thing. Fearing what is not their progressive weird shit that they push onto us. Okay. Go and press the switch, and oh my gosh, it doesn't stay open. The solution, of course, we've got to push this statue up here.
Getting in and out of your car shouldn't be...
Halo now has some lesbian girl boss concept I've seen. LOL. Beyond the stuff that we were just talking about the other day. Alright, these guys are tricky. You gotta fire your arrow and then change your direction that you're facing here so that he takes it right in the face. This guy, though, likes to fire back, so you gotta walk him into the arrow. They match your movements, of course, as you can see. So sick of the girl boss BS. Yeah, it's such a played out trope. I'm just so over it. Alright. Oh, and this guy's got to take an arrow to the face. I remember that. Have I heard that there's a secret boss in the Game Boy version of this game, but it's unlocked by beating both Force Sword and A Link to the Past for this? Light Waves. Oh, you did cover it for yourself. I saw it on an Asmongold thumbnail. Yeah, it's that Women's History Month thing that they did. It just so stupid and pandering and ridiculous. Like, just make a game. Why can't you just make a game like this? Just make something fun. It shouldn't be that hard. But unfortunately, it appears to be that hard. It is that difficult. One thing just to throw out there in case you are just joining us here, I do have a goal for today. We're trying to hit the 10 super chats, and then I will sing some karaoke for you guys. I was once a singer for a band for a number of years, so if you hit those 10 super chats, then we will do some karaoke. Jeremy says, I really suck at this game. Meaning him, not me, I'm assuming, but sometimes I feel like I suck at this game. Whoop. That's not what I meant to do. That is what I meant to do. Chaos Hoy, I say Halo is done. The first 3 Halos are the best. Yeah, indisputably, the first 3 are just the best. Everything that they've done since. I found 4 to be playable, but that's, I mean, let's face it, that's not saying a lot, right? Like, 4 was okay. I played it for a little while. I was coping hard with that game, though. Like, I really, really wanted it to be a success. I wanted it to be good. I loved Halo 3 so much. Can't remember what block I pushed. There we go. But yeah, I was coping hard. I really wanted it to be good, but it really isn't, or wasn't, or however you want to phrase it. Alright, boss time. This guy can be a pain in the ass. You gotta come up and smack him right in the face with the hammer. Gotta knock the mask off of him. Just keep on... Oh, son of a gun. That's my last fairy. I gotta be careful. I might struggle here. Guy hits like a truck. I forgot how hard he hits. Okay, got that all avoided. Once his mask comes off, then he, I think he moves a lot faster, if memory serves here. Now I can start bashing him with the sword. Yeah, he moves faster. The beams don't affect him, but your sword does. Okay, I took him out. What is my favorite Zelda boss? Oh, geez. I really enjoy beating Ganon in Ocarina. That's a lot of fun. He's just a lot of fun. I also like what's her name? I can't think of her name. The spider in the very first temple in Ocarina of Time. That is a lot of fun as well. I really enjoyed that. Those are a couple of my favorites. I'd really have to think about that one though. They give a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore dump in these when you rescue these maidens. So you guys remember, we originally saved Zelda from being sealed away or whatever by the evil wizard guy. We talked about this yesterday. We saved her. There were 7 maidens that were being kidnapped or whatever, and once they all got sealed away, then Ganon could come out. This is the first of the 7 that we've rescued. Alright, this world used to be the Golden Land where the Triforce was hidden, but because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished it, the world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers. I really love the lore in this game, it's so cool. But the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do you understand? Yup. Queen Goma! Yes, everybody is giving me the answer for that first boss in Ocarina of Time. Yes, of course, Goma. Outstanding boss. I just really enjoy the flavor of that one an awful lot. It fills me with all the nostalgia. Alright, bomb throwing Cyclops guy over here. John Gathercole notes that the Oscar viewers were down to 18 million compared to 2016 where they had 34 million. The Oscar-nominated movies were all DEI garbage. If you want to know the state of Hollywood, and I'm struggling to think of her name, that Cynthia chick, that Cynthia Erivo, or however it's pronounced, that was in Wicked, just look at her. Just she looks like a crackhead. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I'm being literal when I say this. She looks like a crackhead. and she is being celebrated as like this stunning and brave thing, and it's gross. It's literally gross. If you want to know my thoughts on Hollywood, just look at that person. And like, I don't wish her any ill will or anything. She might be nice. I don't know. She might not. I don't know her at all. I try not to be that way about people. I try, but she's gross. There's no other way to put it. Steve O says, I'm shocked that many watch that garbage. Yeah, no kidding. And one thing I did find a little bit confusing was, for some reason, people were treating the revelation that you had to have so many people of color, you had to have so many women and LGBT and everything else in your movie in order to qualify to receive an Oscar. This isn't news. They talked about that. I don't know how many years ago this has been now. A few years anyway. This has been a thing. This is not news. Some people were talking about it as if it was. Maybe it is news to them. They just didn't realize. But yeah, no, this is the way that it is these days. They are all about that shit. I remembered there is a piece of a heart that I missed. I missed grabbing it yesterday when I first got into the Dark World. It's like the most obvious one. I thought about it yesterday after I logged off. Let's see if I can get back up here and grab it real quick. Am I going to play the Pirate Yakuza game? I just have such a large catalog. It's maybe. It's just not high on my priority list. I've got so many other games. There's my piece of heart. The Oscars are meaningless, though, says Michael. Yeah, they are meaningless. They mean, I would almost go so far as to say, less than nothing. If you have been nominated for, or you won, or whatever, an Oscar, like, chances are I'm not going to like your movie. And I'm not trying to be cheeky when I say that. Like, legitimately, they do nothing but nominate crap at this point. Ooh, I'm going to catch that bee if I can, and that fairy. Once you catch a bee, for whatever reason, he becomes loyal to you, and you can unleash him. So that last boss that I played against, there was a time when I was a kid, I was fighting him, I was really low on health, I was just trying to avoid all of his attacks and everything. I unleashed the bee that I had sitting in my bottle, and the bee freaking killed him. It was awesome. I celebrated like I hadn't celebrated before with that. Very awesome. The bee will kill everything in the room that isn't you and then leave. Actually, that's not true. He'll just leave sometimes without killing everything, but he will attack stuff. Alright. JTG says, yeah, I know what you mean by the backlog. Yeah, I've got a massive backlog. It's just really hard to justify. I mean, I am excited about that game. I think it looks cool, but I have a ton of games that I am excited by. So it would be really tough for me to justify that purchase right now. Especially knowing that, like, I don't know how many months it'll be, but eventually, right, like, that's going to go on sale. It'll be a cheaper game. And I don't mean to be necessarily that guy, but it's a game that I'm not as excited about as some others, so I will just unapologetically say it's one that I'm waiting on. And I don't even feel a little bit bad about it. I can't remember what this guy sells me. 100 rubies for 30 bombs. 30 bombs for just 100 rubies. Yeah, let's do that. Are you going to sell them? Or do I have just to walk on them? Oh, I have to get the upgrade first. I thought that was the upgrade. Okay. Fair enough. Damn, this game looks good. The SNES was awesome, says Dampley-Do. Yeah, no kidding. Just such a well put together system that they were just. It's just a fun game. Like, it's a legitimately really fun game. Pretty much everything that they do. Ooh, this guy is a little thief. That guy will grab my items if I'm not careful. Alright, took him out. Oops. Look at that. Muscle Man Link there. And I am about to get another piece of heart. So, if you walk over here and you step into this little circle of flowers, then you look in your mirror, which takes you back to the regular world. Ta-da! You are on this mountain or whatever that you couldn't get onto before. So you go in here and you can snag yourself a piece of heart, which gives me a whole new heart level. So rock on, I'll take it. The White Wolf asks, what do you think about the whole LucasArts and Kennedy supposedly stepping down? Do you think Star Wars could possibly have a chance to recover? I have talked about this a bit. It's kind of a big question. Yes, I do think that Lucasfilm could recover, but it would require things that Disney is almost certain never to do. I don't think there's much of a chance. One second here, guys, I gotta grab a drink. I don't think there's much of a chance, though, that Lucasfilm or Disney will do the right thing. They would have to decanonize the crap that people don't like. Things like The Acolyte, they have to go. They have to go, otherwise they will not succeed. That's all there is to it. People will not buy back into Star Wars until Kennedy is gone and all this other crap are gone. Delicious orange juice. Fight off that cold with my with some vitamin C. All right. So, let's head down to the dungeon here. I kind of bypassed it just a minute ago. Oops. Bump the tree. Yeah, if you bump into these trees, they'll shoot bombs at you in the Dark World. Not exactly the wholesome kind of trees that I'm used to, but... Death Knight 29. It takes some real skill to mess up a billion-dollar franchise. All the material was there. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to try, wouldn't you? To make something fail as bad as it did with Star Wars. I mean, is there a bigger IP, or was there? That's probably the proper way of asking that question. Was there a bigger franchise around in geek spaces? I don't think so. I think Star Wars was probably the biggest. Everybody was either a Star Wars nut, or at the very least, you just loved Star Wars, right? Like, it might not have been your favorite, but you still liked it. You followed it. You were knowledgeable enough about it to want to follow it to some extent. It's incredible how they've taken that and then just completely turned it around. Oh, that's right, I gotta fill this up with water. I've got to fill it up with water. And actually, yeah, there's another piece of heart that I'm going to be able to grab in a second here. So I'm going to go step over here where it's relatively safe. We're going to go look into the mirror once again. And then you can see the light world version of this. There's this little temple looking place that you can walk into. And we're going to grab this chest first here. Oh, darn it, bombs. I didn't need bombs. Oh well. And we're going to release the river, so to speak. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Alright, there's that piece of heart. There's a floppy fish. And actually, now that I think about it, before I'm able to go into this level, I have to go get my Zora boots, don't I? Just remembered. Andrew says, Dr. Disaster, you could combine your mask with one of those beer helmets so you can drink without taking it off. Yeah, that'd be alright. I'd be pretty okay with that. Not the biggest drinker in the world, but I've definitely imbibed my fair share. Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who were the three biggest. Yeah, I mean, pretty hard to argue with that. I would maybe add, like, The Lord of the Rings. I mean, if we're talking about sci-fi, then yeah, I think you pretty much nailed it. But just geek properties in general, I would add, like, something like The Lord of the Rings. How is the progress going in Link to the Past? Asked Nicholas Patton. Oh, we're doing all right. We're in the Dark World now, so we've made some progress. Not all progress, unfortunately. Gotta grab my Zora flippers now. I'm trying to remember how in the world to get there. I know it's up here. Just trying to remember the path. Gotta grab this guy. Get him out of the way. I always found it really satisfying to break those rocks there. It's also really satisfying to throw that at the cactuar. Or the cactuar-looking thing, anyway. Light waves. I still remember people defending everything Rockstar does with no exception. You're going to find that with every single studio out there, though. I mean, it's definitely true. There are people who will defend everything Rockstar does, no matter what. But, I see that with, Obsidian. I see that with EA, BioWare. I mean, there are fanboys. And I get it. To a certain extent, I don't like to give those people too much crap. Because they are just fans. A lot of the times. I suppose it kind of depends on the context. If they're defending them, but these aren't people who have been in these spaces for too long, then yeah, they're not going to get my defense then. But if it's somebody who's just been playing the game or a game series for a long time and they love a franchise so much, I don't know. It's hard to want to make fun of that too much. I recognize and understand the passion. I think this is the right direction to go and grab my boots. Looks like it. Alright. This is beyond being a fan, says Lightwaves. Yeah, I mean, certainly, yeah. There are definitely people who are way beyond being a fan. I just want to make that distinction. There are people out there that's like, nah, I get it, but John Gathercole, I can't speak right now. I was 17 when Star Wars The Phantom Menace came out, so I really didn't mind Jar Jar Binks, but I can see why he was hated, though. I might have also been 17. I was thereabouts when that came out. I didn't hate Jar Jar immediately because I remember being so excited about seeing the franchise again. I was just thrilled to get more Star Wars. I was just absolutely thrilled. So a part of me was, I just had the blinders on, the big fan blinders that you sometimes see, but like, now that I've watched it, as many times as I've had, he just becomes grating. So now I will definitely say that, like, Jar Jar is he's a bad construct. He was not a good character. I absolutely understand why people would not like Jar Jar, because I am among them. Okay. Actually, I'm trying to remember where it's at. There's a piece of heart that I can get in here, but I don't remember exactly where I have to go. Now I can swim in the deep ends, though, so that helps out a lot. Look up fan-made AI video. Vader visits Padme's tomb. Believe it or not, some of it brought me to tears. Yeah, I could see that. There are some really well-made, like, fan-made things out there in Star Wars. There's that piece of heart that I can get. I don't remember how I get to it, though. I don't know if I care enough to get to it right now. Isn't there a secret I can go in that waterfall? Maybe not. Now I remember. While I'm here, I guess I'll just grab that piece of heart. That'll be halfway to a whole other heart. Now I remember how to get to it, or vaguely anyway. I really liked Revenge of the Sith, says Jeremy. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Though, by the time Revenge of the Sith came out, I was personally so disenchanted with the first two prequel films that I didn't like it right away. All I saw were like the warts and everything. I didn't appreciate it for the beauty that it did have. So I was not in the camp of people who really liked Revenge of the Sith, at least at first, but I've, of course, come around. It's easily the best of the prequel movies, and depending on when you ask me, it might even break into the top 3 best Star Wars films. Oops, wrong one. Of course, Empire is probably the best. That also, it depends on when you ask me on that one. Sometimes I'll say Empire, sometimes I'll say Return of the Jedi. I really like Return of the Jedi an awful lot, more than I think a lot of other people do. I just love the Luke-Vader interaction. It's just so good. Won't I throw something in? Yeah, I gotta throw in... I think there's a couple of things I need to throw in, but I don't remember what. Is it the shield? I don't remember what I need to throw in. The ferry that comes out of here gives me, like, upgraded items. Hello there, did I drop this? Yeah, I dropped that. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. Hey, I did get an improved shield that way. Dank Bomb popped in and said, "How's it going, Dr. Disaster? Love the videos." Thank you, Dank Bomb. And Dark X Fusion reminds me it is shield and boomerang. Okay. Okay, and I think I've got a... There we go. There we go. Throw an item. I feel like there was like 3 of them, but I'm probably misremembering. And yes, I do need to heal up. Definitely need to get healed. Hello there, did I drop this? Why, yes. Yes, I did. Magical boomerang time. Excellent. Thing flies fast. Tank Bomb with the super chat, smiley face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very appreciated. Really wish I could shake this cold that I got going on. It is getting extraordinarily old. Like, it's not the worst. Like, it's not making me cough. Oh, you little devil. Those things hit a lot harder than I expected. Anyway, yeah, the cold is not as bad as it maybe could be, but it's just unpleasant. Makes breathing hard, one of those kinds of deals. All right. Oops. Didn't mean to jump in there, but that works, I guess. Let's teleport, shall we? There are a couple of places that I would like to teleport to. This actually takes me right back to the dungeon that we were working on here, but there are a couple of items that I think I can still grab here before I enter into this bad boy. Now that I can swim, let's go to... What's this place? I can't remember what you can get here. Let's find out. Are there fairies in here? Yeah, there's a fairy in here. I'll take it. Alright. Colds are a pain, Chaos Hoy. They are indeed a pain. I think Ubisoft is high on cocaine, as do I. Or at least somebody there seems to be. I don't know, I find their response, like, as a company, like, virtually everything that they do is hilarious to me. I find everything they do to just be amusing, because it's just so categorically wrong. Virtually at all times. And I'm willing to give them wins, if and when they ever do something to, like, deserve it. I am more than happy to go, hey, they actually did a good thing here, guys. They just never do. It's always wrong, it's always bad. Ugh, they're just the worst. Alright, what's in here? Oh, another fairy, I don't need that. Mr. 87 Hero, in my personal opinion, I thought Jar Jar was a hilarious character, especially in Phantom Menace. Yeah, I mean, he was alright. I don't think he was just, like, the worst or anything, necessarily. He just... Overall, he was just not a very well-constructed character. Dank Bomb drops in there with a bunch of memberships. Gifted 5 memberships to people. Make sure to say thanks to Dank Bomb, because I am also going to say thank you. Very much, sir. To support is incredible. Hayden basically retired after those movies and has been operating a farm in Canada. A fine choice considering all the nonsense going on with Disney, etc. Yeah, good on him though, right? Like, that's so good. That's wholesome as hell. Just going and living on and starting a farm or whatever. Just, this is the way. You know, to borrow another Star Wars phrase or saying or whatever. It's just, that's how you do it, man. I love everything about that. He made the money that he wanted to make. He just go and live life now. Alright, here's a fairy. Might actually let this bee out. Catch this other fairy. No, I don't want to catch the bee again. Go away, bee. Alright. There's the fairy. Get out of here, bee. Okay, he's not going to hurt me. I couldn't remember if he even could hurt me or not. Oh, that's right. I got to bomb my way into that room. I get the ice wand. Yeah, here's the bee, though, getting ready to swarm anybody who comes near me. Be on you way, says Chaosoy. LOL. Oh, the dad jokes are the best. Just the best. Alright, I got my ice wand, or ice rod, or whatever you want to call it. The White Wolf, I'd love to see a Darth Plagueis the Wise story, but not the way it is now. It would have to be done so well, in my opinion. Yeah, whatever they were trying to do with that character in The Acolyte, it just not gonna work. Darth Plagueis, I mean typo. Yeah, I gotcha. Typos happen. Getting some more orange juice here. Gotta have that vitamin C. Be yourself. That reminds me of the Robin Williams quote in Aladdin. Be yourself. So great. Oh, the world is missing a good one with that guy. Oh, Robin Williams. I was just talking about him the other day with my wife and children, actually. We were watching Mrs. Doubtfire, and I was explaining to my kids how Robin Williams was like every 90s kid. Like, it was all of our uncle, is how he came off. And just, he meant so much to me growing up. He made me laugh a lot. I don't know. Just really meaningful. Hook, great movie. Everything that guy did was just gold. Just freaking gold. Insomniac says, what do y'all call a sleepwalking nun? A roaming Catholic. Oh, good. Goodwill Hunting is God tier. Oh, you're not even kidding, dude. You're not kidding. Robin Williams in that. Holy crap. Oh, dude. He is so good. His range is ridiculous, though. Crazy Bat Ninja pipes in, says, hello there. Well, hello there, Crazy Bat Ninja. Good to see you. Vitamin C. Pirates are supposed to be scurvy? I mean, not this one. I don't enjoy being scurvy at all. But yes, the legend has it. Ah, the first Aladdin movie, says Mr. 87 Hero. Yeah, no doubt. So good. So good. Unironically, like, I'm not even kidding when I say this, but some of the music in that is actually some of my favorite music around. I'm not like favorite movie music or anything, but just it is really good, legitimate music that you can just listen to. Prince Ali is an awesome song, for example. Just really, really well done. Hey Doc, have you ever played a VR game? Just beat Half-Life, and it's one of the best games I ever played. Yeah, I have played a little bit of VR. I was actually just kind of talking about this the other day. And you will know... One second here. There we go. Yeah, the VR, my son is the one that has the VR headset, and he has the Batman Arkham game. He got it for free when we purchased it for him for Christmas. Anyway, I gotta pull the lever in this again real quick. For whatever reason, the water was still there, or wasn't there, I should say, in the Dark World. Anyway, yeah. So I've played. I've played a little bit of VR. I was talking about this the other day. The game seems good. The technology seems good. I have no problem with any of it. I think the technology is basically there for people now, but it makes me ill to try to play it. I can't handle it. It makes me nauseous. I just can't do it. I can play it for... I managed like a half an hour the first time I played, but I just can't. Yeah, can't do it. Dank Bomb, Dr. Disaster is a dad. Yup, I am. That is one of my major core identities, in fact. It's probably the most important thing I am besides husband. And also uncle. I like being uncle as well. Uncle is cool. Uncle Disaster. VR is so fun, says Advisor, but it is exhausting. Yeah, I imagine so. I didn't really play it long enough to get exhausted, but I could see that. Okay. There's my key. I knew there was a key around here somewhere. Oh, skeleton. You're gonna go down for that, buddy. You get one of my favorite items in this level too. You get the Hookshot. Really cool item. Just like the hammer from the last level, arguably one of the most important items that you can get. Crazy Bat Ninja, did you hear about this legendary martial artist who never tells jokes? One possible reason is that no one would be able to survive the punchline. Thank you for that. You guys always hook me up with the really good dad jokes. Much appreciated. I do tell them to my kids, just so you know. I fulfill my obligation as a dad. Alright, let's blow this up, and I gotta smack these smiling, laughy faces with a hammer so I can walk through them. And I gotta own this damn skeleton. And you push this, and that'll let the water out. Michael Vargas, is anyone looking forward to seeing the movie Working Man with Jason Statham? I'm not familiar with it, but I like Jason Statham. Is it one of his martial art movies? Because if so, then I'm all about it. Not that his other stuff isn't good. I loved him in the movie Snatch, for example. The dude's got some range, for sure. But if it's one of his martial art movies, then holy crap, I'm all about it. That dude's a lot of fun to watch. Okay. Glad I wasted my time walking in there. Lego Clayface, the upcoming Minecraft movie is literally just a glorified reskin of Jumanji. That's what it seems like to me. Just not something I'm excited about. So the big 3 sci-fi series were mentioned in the chat, says Studio Norton. 2 obscure ones that used to be big come to mind, Battlestar and Stargate. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Advisor, Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game. I loved how the story dipped a bit into philosophy. Yeah, it was a really dark game, actually. Like, it was really dark. I mean, if you think about some of the meaning behind that story or whatever, like, it's just like a lot of people assume that actually Link is dead in that story, and that he's fighting death or whatever. Oops, did not mean to press that button. It's just a really cool story, though. I really appreciate the fan theories, first of all, and just just the game in general. It's just a really well put together game. All right, well, I'll take the heart. Light Waves says, quite funny how I am seldom on streams and I get members. LOL. Michael Vargas says, the release date is March 28th. Yes, it is a martial art badass movie. Well, then I'm there, man. I'll go watch that. I'm always looking for an excuse to go to the movie theater, since there are so few movies that I'm actually excited about. And I'm a movie buff. Like, I am a big movie guy. I would love to talk about movies more on my channel. But there's not anything I care to watch. Like, I don't know. I just don't care about it, so. Anyway. Come on, you little fire guy. You gotta get away from the entrance here so I can come in. Alright. Come on, nobody wants... There we go. There's one heart at least. Alright, Mr. 87 Hero says that he X'd out and selected the video again and the audio is good again. Yeah, it must be a YouTube issue then, I would assume. Some kind of a YouTube problem. Alright, I got me a key. Got me a key. Okay, I guess I can't go through there. Why couldn't the elves sell Rudolph and Blitzen? They were too dear. Yup. Got me. Oh, those little buggers. The enemies in this can be pretty annoying. Alrighty. Let's slide up here and get the water going. Grim Reefer says, I wonder if Goonies 2 is going to be good. I really hate it when they mess with my childhood. Yeah, no kidding. Of all the movies that they have to make good, like, Goonies is one of those that it has to be. They can't screw it up. If they do, I don't know. They will have ruined everything. Much like they did with Star Wars and Indiana Jones and the like. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Goonies movie, as everybody that grew up back then is. I mean, it feels like it's my childhood in like a nutshell. It does such a wonderful job of explaining what childhood was like in that era. And it's a nice, fun, wholesome story. I don't know. I don't think Hollywood today, modern Hollywood, is actually capable of telling a story like that, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't think so. I don't think that it's going to be within their capability. Who knows, though? I could be fooled. Can't remember if there's anything up here that I need to grab. Doesn't look like it. Steve O says, how bad is the latest indie movie? I didn't even bother with it. Yeah, if you had told me 10, 15 years ago that there would be a Star Wars Episode 9 and a 5th Indiana Jones movie and that I would not have seen it, which is the truth, I have not seen either of those movies. If you had told me that that would be the case, I either wouldn't believe you or I'd get really depressed. But that is the case. I have not seen either of those movies. I'm aware of what happens in both of them, very well aware. And they suck. They're just slop. They are poorly conceived, poorly constructed slop that I am glad I did not waste my money on. Alright, I can't remember which side I want to jump down, so we'll just try here. And naturally it was the one on the left that I wanted to go to. Why not? Alrighty. Yeah, I saw Goonies for the first time. Jeremy says that he saw it the first time in the theater with his big brother. Nice memories. I saw it the first time with my grandma. My grandma at the time, I remember, she was going to back to school. She was becoming a nurse, and she did end up becoming a nurse. But, yeah, we were on basically a vacation to go and visit her. Oh, well, I thought that was going to be more important than that, this treasure chest. Okay, never mind. Anyway, we were on vacation to go and visit her, but, yeah, we saw that movie while we were there, and it was a lot of fun. Very meaningful time in my life. Lazy Dunmer pops in, says, a Dr. Disaster Goonie-style truffle shuffle would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing. I don't know how I would pull that off in costume, but it would be excellent if I could do it. I just don't know that it would have the same effect in costume. But yes, I will keep that in mind. There might be something there. Alrighty. This dungeon has a few puzzles in it that are kind of pains in the butt, but it's not too bad, all things considering. Usually the puzzles are fairly obvious. You just have to play around with it a little bit before it really dawns on you what you need to do, but not too bad. I'm pretty sure now I just climb up here, I fall on the right-hand side again, and now that I have hit that switch block, I should be able to enter a new area here. I'm pretty sure this is what I was thinking of earlier with that other treasure chest. Yep, the big key. There we go. Now we can proceed. Isn't it a little late to make a Goonies 2? Yeah, from what I hear, the original actors are all going to be... Oh, son of a gun. Son of a gun. The original actors are going to be the parents this time around. Alrighty. I don't know how I feel about that as a concept, to be honest with you. I guess it could be good, but what I really don't want is like the pandering stuff. It will have no place whatsoever in a Goonies movie. Well, it doesn't really in any movie. Hey, there's my Hookshot. I love how it reads there. This is the Hookshot. It extends and contracts, and boing, it can grapple many things. Yeah, and they're making a Happy Gilmore 2, says Steve O. I think that could be really good. Once again, it's just a question of if it's done well, though. If it's not done well, I mean, yikes. But it could be really good. Wish I hadn't grabbed all those bottles. Now I gotta exit the room so that they repopulate. DEI needs to be banned, says Chaos Hoy. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, I don't want to say a flat-out illegal practice, but I mean, it's darn close. It runs afoul of, at least my interpretation of civil rights. I don't much appreciate it, that's for sure. And the funny thing is like if you watch like 90s movies, for example, if you watch, just as an example, I'll throw out Jurassic Park. You've got Samuel L. Jackson, of course, playing a role in that. And there were people, like black folks like that, for example, in the movies, and we didn't think about it. It wasn't a big deal. He was just a guy. I didn't go, oh, man, they made a point of putting him in the movie because of, reasons. We didn't think that way. We just didn't do it. We didn't have to do it. How they think that this new way of going about things is superior, it boggles the mind. Absolutely boggles the mind. It's so artificial. And it would really irritate me if I were one of the so-called protected classes that they're always trying to push. It would annoy me because all the time I would be thinking, like, did I actually earn what I have, or is this just something that they gave to me out of pity? And that's shitty, man. That's really shitty. I don't like that. Because there are some, Samuel L. Jackson, as an example, is an excellent actor. That dude absolutely got his roles because he is a really good actor. Think whatever you want to about him as a person. I know some people maybe aren't the biggest fan, but that dude is a really good actor. Chaos Soy says, yes, movies were always diverse. They were. They really were. Alright. This is not going well. Son of a gun. DEI means didn't earn it. Yeah, what the acronym seems to mean these days. It's just unfortunate. Because there are a lot of very talented people that do earn it. And they happen to be black or female or gay or whatever. To me, it's irrelevant. I don't care about these characteristics. I really don't care. But boy, they sure do. It's all they seem to care about, and it's just gross. All right. Crazy Bat Ninja. Samuel L. Jackson is a great actor. That one time he went flying out of a window was particularly a stunning role. Yeah, can't really argue with that. All right. Nope, I don't go there. I have to go up. Alrighty. Can't remember what I do in this room. I feel like Gandalf right now. I have no memory of this place. Gotta use my nose, apparently. Hey, there we go. coins at the very least. It's a shame that Sam didn't get a hand to stop his fall out of said window. Well done. Disney is a meme named Pissney. Yeah, I can... Oops, did not mean to go back down there. Alright, well, I've got to do a little bit of hunting around here to find where I proceed to next. It'll take me a couple of minutes, but I am going to have to get ready to call it for the day here, guys. The lunch hour is up, and I've got some work to do on the rest of the videos that I've that I'm putting out for the day. I've got one coming up at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, and then another one at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. So I've got some finishing touches to do on both of those videos. They are written and fairly well ready to go, but I got to make sure that it's done. I got about 50 minutes, I guess, to make sure everything is good to go. So we're going to wind down. If you guys have any extra questions or anything here, we can chat for a couple of minutes, though, before I do. Who would win in a fight, the Power Rangers or the Ninja Turtles? Well, the Ninja Turtles all the way. And that's just nostalgia speaking. I'm not going to be able to go into the lore of the Power Rangers at all because I was a little too old for them when they became a thing. So I was never really into the Power Rangers. I don't have that nostalgia. I mean, I like them. I think there's nothing wrong with them, but the Ninja Turtles were my thing. So I'm going to say the Turtles all the way. How I miss the days of just simple common sense truths. The West is in chaos. True, it is in chaos, but that chaos is... The fire is being put out. Whether or not it gets fully put out or not remains to be seen, but it is a thing that's happening. Liam asks me, is this a cheatless run? Yeah, absolutely. I don't do cheats or whatever in the games. I'm just going through and playing. So, yeah. Hyper Fantasy Handbooks. Everyone give him a like and subscribe. It only takes a moment. Yeah, I would appreciate that as always. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good fun stuff. If you're not a member of the channel, consider doing so. It really helps me out. I am also working on a cartoon that you would get first access to if you were to join the channel membership. It is a something in the vein of like South Park or Futurama, that sort of thing. It will be starring space pirates, expanding upon the Dr. Disaster lore. The title of it is going to be Scallywags. It is something that I've been working on for a little while. Hopefully, hopefully by the end of the month here, I'll have something at least to show the members of the channel, but the members will get early access to it. So something to keep in mind. Great stream, says KSOI. Thank you very much. I enjoy these streams, Admiral, says Joey Garza. DEI stands for Disney Ended Itself. I mean, basically. Wonderful orange juice. Greetings, Dr. D. Imagine an Aliens VR game. Oh, man. Actually, you know what would be much more terrifying? Here's a bit of Dr. Disaster lore for all of you guys. The most frightening thing in the world for me, and it's not even close, is Jaws. Jaws is terrifying. Like, sharks terrify the hell out of me. A Jaws VR game, I would lose my mind. No way. That would be terrible. But Aliens would be terrifying as well. Steve O, I grew up on Voltron. Love that stuff. Yeah, Voltron's cool. Admiral, says Travis George, just swap the Power Rangers for the members of Voltron. Basically 1 for 1. Yeah, I mean, basically, from what I understand. Lego Clayface, I'm developing an indie game which will be like Sims on GBA mixed with GTA. Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds like something that'd be fun. Sounds excellent. That'd be something that I would definitely play. John Gathercole informs me that Donatello is his favorite Ninja Turtle. Raphael is mine. There isn't a bad Ninja Turtle in the bunch. Let me just say that. I like the personality and everything of all of the turtles. Raphael is my favorite all the way, though. And when I was a kid, the primary reason is red is my favorite color. But over the years, I've developed a love of the sai. Like, I think it's a very neat martial arts weapon. From what I understand, what my this person I know who is a bit of a martial artist himself was telling me, originally the sai was like a farm implement. It was something that people, that like peasants used to like dig in the ground, that sort of thing. But they would use them to fight off bandits, bad people, whatever, fight samurai, because they would catch a sword in the and you can fact check me on this is just something I've heard, I don't know, but they would catch the sword and then they would turn the sai and they could like bend the sword and pull the sword out of the opponent's hand, and then they would beat somebody with it, like they would bludgeon them with it. It was meant to be essentially a bludgeoning item, but then of course it has become a proper martial arts weapon. So anyway, yeah, it's very cool to watch. My boys are in karate. It's very cool to watch them wield a sai. They've learned to use a sai, and they've used, well, the sais, I should say, the two of them, and then bow. They've used a bow. I can't remember what this next one is that they're going to be, the name of it. Oh, geez. It escapes me. It's a little like hooks or whatever that they're going to be using next, but really cool stuff. I like it. Lightwave says Raphael was the most aggressive one, which was cool. Yeah, and he was sarcastic. I mean, Raphael is basically, it was like my personality all the way. It started off me just going, oh, I really like red, but then I realized that Raphael is just like me. He worked for me perfectly. So, yeah. Thick and Tender says, greetings, Admiral. I hate spiders myself, yet nearly every dream has them in it. Yeah, spiders, I'm okay with. I can deal with spiders, but sharks, man. Not sharks, dude. I watched Jaws at a much too early age, and I have been traumatized ever since. I have never swam in the ocean, and I never want to. I've set foot in the ocean. I walked about 1 foot into the water, like the water just came above my ankles and went, okay, I've been in the ocean. And then I walked right back out, and that is as much as you'll ever get out of me. I don't even want to be in the like really shallow end, because I hear tell that is where most shark attacks happen. So, nope, not doing it. Not interested. Cal Morale says, I've been to some of the locations of the 90s movie in New York, the subway where Raph saves April, and Central Park where he yells, damn. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that'd be awesome to go and see that. God, that'd be cool. I really like the Turtles. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. I always will be. I'm very excited about the Last Ronin movie that's supposedly being made. I love the comic book. It hits me right in the feels, the way that comic ended. I won't tell anybody in case you haven't read it, but no spoilers from me. Just know that it is a great ending. If you're not familiar, The Last Ronin is a comic book that depicts the Ninja Turtles years after the fact. They're no longer the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and in fact, only one of them is still alive. I won't spoil who, but one of the Turtles is still alive, and that turtle has a vendetta against the family of Shredder. It's just this whole big thing, but holy cow, it is so well done. It was such an entertaining book. I read it to my daughter a few months back. She loved it. She's 7 years old, and we're learning to read, so we kind of read it together or whatever. But it was just a well done piece of literature. Really love it. Gyreblade says Psy was made to plant seeds, if I remember correctly, among other things. Yeah, that's what I've read. It is meant to essentially dig in the dirt. I don't know that much about it. I'm certainly not an expert, but I find that sort of thing interesting. I find it really interesting. Technically, the turtles were taught ninjutsu, not karate. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Steve-O, I kind of like going in the Gulf since I got stung by a stingray as a kid. I kind of don't like going in the Gulf since I got stung by a stingray as a kid. LOL. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Oh my god, here's a question from Joey Garza. Would I rather be burned alive or eaten by a lion instead of a shark? I'll take the other two. So, my 3 great fears involve a plane crash, getting burned alive, and then getting eaten by a shark. The worst dream I ever had, I was in an airplane in this dream, and the airplane started, there was an explosion, I got on fire or whatever, and we were flying over the ocean, of course, so we crashed. So all 3 of them happened at once. I was in an airplane crash, I was on fire for a while, and then while I'm lying there drowning or whatever, a shark comes by and takes care of me. So, yeah, that's the worst. Tachiko Lee says, YouTube is hiding my comments. Sorry to hear that, man. I don't know why that would be, but they do that sometimes, unfortunately. Travis says, I hope the last Ronin game will be good. There's a game. I hadn't heard about the game. Holy crap, that's awesome. Peanut Prime says, this is my favorite Zelda game. Have a good one. Yeah, you too, man. Have a good one. The last turtle is Dumbledore, obviously, says Thick and Tender. Shredder went on death battle once he fought Silver Samurai. Did you know Donatello was killed in the OG comics? Bebop killed him, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I remember that. It was a while ago, right? Gyreblade, my favorite turtle varies depending on which version we're talking about. Not for me. Not for me. I've always been consistently into Raphael. I really like him. But I like all the turtles. I legitimately like all of them. They're so well written and just well done. Stan Watcham, was the weapon you were trying to name earlier the Kasurigama by chance? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a little hook-looking thing or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's the next thing that my son learns now. Chico Lee says, by the way, Crapcom didn't abandon Woke, they just hid it in Monster Hunter Wilds. You can make a male hunter with a female voice and equip the female version of the armor. Yeah, it's pretty low-level stuff, though, I guess. I'm not super worried about that. I've talked about that sort of thing before. I'm not a fan. But, yeah, I guess it is there. That sort of thing. Lego Clayface, I'm not scared of death. I'm scared of losing my consciousness, my memories, and simply not existing. Well, that's dark, but yes. I'd rather crash on land than drown in the ocean. Exactly. Travis tells me that this Ronin game, this Ninja Turtle Ronin game, is supposed to be like God of War 2018 style. Oh, I'll take that, man. I'll take that. Peanut Prime says, Michelangelo for me. It's what they gave me, said Raphael is the correct answer for best turtle. Yeah, I like how in the cartoons I was just watching with my daughter, she really likes the Ninja Turtles. There is a more modern version of the Turtles that we were watching on Netflix a couple months back. And like one of the first episodes, if not the first episode, it shows the Turtles like dueling each other or whatever. And Raphael won all the fights, so that was pretty cool. I think, if memory serves, Raphael fought Michelangelo and beat him. Leonardo fought Donatello and beat him. And then Raph and Leo fought each other, and then Raph beat him. Leo's a badass too. I just like all of them. They're super cool. The TMNT were in Injustice 2. Yeah, they were. Super cool. Gyreblade. Ninja Turtles versus Batman was a treat to watch. Seeing the Batman fight Shredder was epic. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Such a great game. Night of Devotion. What are your favorite games of all time? If I made a short list, it would involve Ocarina of Time, Final Fantasy VII, the OG Super Smash Brothers, Halo 3, Skyrim. Those are my top 5 right off the top of my head, I would say, and I'd have to drill down a lot. I'd really have to think about it to nail down. There's probably something I'm not thinking of. Oh, the OG Zelda too, of course. So I'd really have to think about it to try to nail down all of my favorites. There's too many, too many. There'd probably be a Mario game thrown in there somewhere. Chico Lee says, just want to say, man, I'm always watching your videos and giving them likes. Even if you can't see my comments, I'm with you till the end, my captain. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Your guys' support has just been unreal. Just unreal. I really appreciate it. Hey, Doc, what do you think? Who do you think will win, Link or Pit? Oof. I'm going to say Link, but I mean, I could see it go either way. Link just has the arsenal. He's got so many weapons at his disposal. Despite the fact that Pit has like his wings or whatever, I think that Link would have an advantage because of the extra weapons that he has to fight with. Which version of TMNT is my favorite? Well, the first 3 movies are my favorite iteration of the Turtles, I think. I really enjoyed that series of movies. They're just so much fun. So much fun. That being said, though, the comic books were great. The original 80s/90s cartoons were great. I have this really cool old comic book where the Turtles fought against the Savage Dragon. That was super cool. I really loved that. So I don't know. I'm torn on that answer, but I would probably just have to say those movies, the original movies. Chaos Hoy, I have the OG cartoon on DVD. This is the way. Yes, I also have those cartoons all the way. Lego Clayface. Michelangelo is the most relatable turtle for me. I think that's what it comes down to a lot of times. I've noticed that whatever your personality is, that's you generally gravitate toward the turtle that is closest in personality to you. I don't think it's usually so much a question of weapons or anything like that. I think a lot of the times it's personality. My brother, growing up, he's a goofball, so Michelangelo was his favorite 100%. But I was this like super serious, sarcastic guy and very competitive and everything, and so Raphael became mine. My second favorite is probably Donatello, because I don't know. Once again, I've just got this like, that's just kind of my personality. I don't know. Crazy Bat Ninja, what's my take on Destiny 2? Well, it's a sequel to Destiny. I mean, it's pretty good. I like Destiny 2. It's all right. I don't enjoy it as much as the first Destiny, though. The first Destiny, I played a lot more. It was fine, though. I think Destiny's okay. It's okay. Did I know there was a Ninja Turtle and Ghostbusters crossover comic? I don't remember seeing it, but that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. What's my opinion on Ninja Gaiden 4? I don't have an opinion yet. I'm cautiously optimistic. The Ninja Gaiden 2 Black or whatever looks great. So, you know, they seem to be ready and willing to make games like we used to like them. So, I mean, it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'll say that. Wajik Liziski, is that the first NES Zelda? No, this is the Super Nintendo Zelda. Chico Lee says TMNT from the 87 cartoon was the best. Also, it had the best April. Yes, it had the best April for sure. That's the April that I recognize all the way. I hated how they nerfed the turtles in The Secret of the Ooze. They made Mikey fight with the sausage links. That was something that did annoy me. They had that theme throughout the entire movie where the turtles were like trying to fight without their weapons. It was kind of weird. I don't really know. It is the SNES one, though, yes. Yeah, Black 2 was great, says Travis, and I agree. Well, guys, it is half past the hour. That is as far as I'm going to be able to go, so I very much appreciate all of you guys being here. I will be back again the same time tomorrow, though there are potentially going to be some storms. We'll see if my kids have school or not. If they don't have school, we'll see. Dad might have a hard time getting a stream going. If I have any issues, I will let you know. I will post something about it, but we're planning to have a stream tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, you guys have a good one, and we will see you later. Don't forget to check out the video dropping in about a half an hour. Take care.